let's address the Jem'Hadar in the room. From the moment we first saw images of Lura Fock in Starfleet Academy, people had strong opinions, especially around one question: can she shroud? Well, maybe that was just me then. For many it was, how can we have a female Jem'Hadar? Well, now the first episodes have aired, some explanations have been given, and people still feel very strongly. But honestly, my bigger question isn't how do we have Lura, it's how do we have her father? Lura tells us her father is a Jem'Hadar and her mother is a Klingon. Now for some people that answers everything. But that only really deals with the gender question and not the bigger lore issue. The Jem'Hadar we knew from Star Trek Deep Space Nine were grown in birthing pods, given accelerated growth, designed as soldiers, addicted to Ketracel White, short-lived, sterile, and very much not interested in families or recreation. They didn't even have chairs. So for a full Jem'Hadar to exist centuries later, long enough to meet a Klingon, have a relationship, and become a father, well, something major had to have changed. And sure, saying, well, you know, it's hundreds of years in the future works a bit, but I'd really like to know what changed. Now, the good news is there are very believable explanations. Odo returning to the Founders could have altered how the Jem'Hadar were created after the war. Accelerating aging could have been removed, like in Star Wars where Jango Fett had Boba Fett cloned but created to age normally. Programming could have been rewritten, the dependence on Ketracel White eliminated, sterility reversed. Now, would they still be birthing Jem'Hadar in these chambers centuries later? Because remember, her father was a Jem'Hadar, not a hybrid. Or would they have started to create females? Even pop culture gives us examples. Look at Wolverine and X-23. Laura is a clone of Logan, but she's a female. So you create a few Jem'Hadar capable of reproduction, and over time you have a naturally reproducing population. That all makes sense. And the good news is, because Lura Fock is a main character, I'm hopeful that we actually explore this a little bit. Simply saying, well, her mum's a Klingon so everything is fine, doesn't really answer that core question. I don't mind this change, I just want to know what happened to the Jem'Hadar after the war.